This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. All praise to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone pushing this doctrine of truth to the nation of Israel, who are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Alright, I wanted to do a lesson on the mark of the beast, also known as the RFID microchip. Okay, that's actually available in some countries around the world, especially in the country of Sweden, or those Scandinavian countries, where people are voluntarily taking the chip to make life more convenient for them. Okay, the devil always sells his devices as things that can benefit you, things that'll make your life easier, things that'll make things more convenient for you. Okay, but if you are not in the truth or not in the know, this is something that is a violation or a breaking of the commandment that thou shalt not have gods or other gods before me. Essentially, idols, gods, what have you. And this qualifies as such. Okay? Because obviously this RFID microchip is going to be planted or implanted either in the forehead or in the right or left hand. Okay? And ultimately, if you take it, that's your ass. Okay? You're going to be destroyed. Well, why? It's just a simple microchip, and again, it's going to make life so much easier for people. What's the problem with that? Well, there isn't a problem with it if you're not an Israelite. Okay? All the other heathen nations, well, if you want to take it, that's fine. Okay? That's not going to affect whether or not you get saved, because unfortunately for you, you're not eligible for salvation. Okay? Now for the Israelites, on the other hand, if you take this mark, you'll be destroyed. Okay? Well, why? Well, let's talk about that. All right. Well, first and foremost, because we are the third temple of the Most High. Okay. We are a spiritual temple. All right. In which the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem Yahawashi, dwells in us. Okay. If we're righteous. Okay. So let's get that first and foremost. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16. And it reads, Know ye not that ye are the temple of Yahweh, and that the Spirit of Yahweh dwelleth in you? So we want to make this temple acceptable for the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahawashi, to dwell in, right? So how do we go about doing that? Well, first off, we got to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, okay? Because that's going to make us righteous. Of course, you need faith. We got to establish our faith. And that almost goes without saying, or it should, okay? But you're not justified by faith alone, nor are you justified strictly by the law, statutes, and commandments alone, okay? So the two go hand in hand, all right? So after establishing faith, you follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. You then make yourself an acceptable and holy sacrifice and dwelling place for the Most High Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahawashi, for His Spirit to dwell in you. Okay? I mean, it's that simple. Alright? But what happens when you defile the temple? Or how can you defile the temple? What are some of the ways you can defile the temple? In this case, accepting that chip. Alright? Even accepting the vaccine. Now, I don't think that the RFID microchip is in the vaccine per se. I mean, I can't say for sure. It wouldn't surprise me at all, because the devil, Esau, Edom, being the devil, he's real crafty, very clever, and I just wouldn't put it past him, put it that way. All right. But if it's not, getting poked by a needle and having something put in you, administered in you, that breaches one of the laws. It's a Levitical law in the book of Leviticus, if I'm not mistaken. I can't recall off the top of my head, but that's a way of sinning against the Most High. All right. But eating abominable food, that defiles the temple. Using recreational drugs, that defiles the temple. Okay, committing adultery, that defiles the temple. Okay, there are various things that defiles the temple, again, which is the body of the Israelite man and woman. Okay, so you got to be mindful of that. And if you're in this truth, you should already know that. All right, but there's some camps and some schools of thought that believe the RFID microchip isn't the mark of the beast. Was it House of Israel? Those brothers believe that the mark of the beast is a philosophy or John 3:16. I can't remember, but they definitely don't believe that the mark of the beast is the RFID microchip. Okay, and if you're that ignorant, I mean, that's dangerous not to know what the mark of the beast is, because that is something that you cannot repent from if you take it. So if you are a priest or one of the prophets out there, preaching this word to the brothers and sisters, trying to help wake up the hopeful elect, and you mislead them and tell them that the RFID microchip is okay to accept, it's okay to take, you're misleading these people, because they are basically sheep like the rest of us. All right, and as a prophet, as a pastor, as the ministers of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, you have to let these people know. You got to guide them, okay? You got to guide them and let them know that this is something that you cannot repent from. If you take it, you accept it, you're going to be destroyed. All right? So this is a very, very dangerous, precedent for you guys. If you don't know any better, or you claim to not know. Well, I mean, obviously, but you're either and don't want to admit that you were wrong about it, because I understand there was a dialogue between GMS at some point, and you brothers firmly believe that the mark of the beast is this philosophy or John 3:16. Some brothers believe it's white women. Some brothers believe it's currency. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Mark in Hebrew means is translated and what's the word? Charagma. Okay, which means a physical mark. Okay, so it couldn't be money, because it's not a mark. It's not going to be placed in your right hand or in your forehead, right? It couldn't be messing with white women. I mean, that's just the most absurd, ludicrous thing I've ever heard. That's just dumb. I mean, I feel embarrassed for you guys that even believe that nonsense. And John 3:16, or Christianity's another one. I mean, you can't implant Christianity in your forehead. I mean, spiritually, obviously, but it's not that, because it's a physical mark that's going to be placed in the hand or in the forehead of people. All right, and you can repent from something like that, but you couldn't if you had this implant placed in you, okay? Because that is what defiles the temple, right? So anyway, let's go to the book of, Corinthians. We're going to stay with Corinthians, chapter 3, verse 17. And it reads, if any man defile the temple of Yahweh, him shall Yahweh destroy. For the temple of Yahweh is holy, which temple ye are. So again, as I said, a way to defile the temple is to accept that chip, okay? Because you cannot repent from it. All right, and the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai views that as the ultimate in idol worship, because essentially you're saying you're allowing this devil, Esau Edom, to supplant him as your God because you accepted his wicked device, which is a form of idol worship, right? Because it essentially takes the role or takes the place of God, if you will, in that it has the capability of reading your mind, knowing your thoughts, what else? It can monitor your physiology. It can control your money, your bank account. It can do all kinds of things. All right, and again, they're selling this as the ultimate inconvenience. All right, but the Most High doesn't view it that way. So don't take the damn chip. All right, don't take the chip. All right, and don't take that damn vaccine either, because that is a precursor to this chip. Okay? So what we must do as Israelites is we must present ourselves as a worthy sacrifice to the Most High. And how do you do that? Well, let's read Romans chapter 12. I beseech you, brethren, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. Okay? How do you make yourselves holy? Well, as I mentioned, you follow those laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay? Because the law, statutes, and commandments were given to the nation of Israel to separate ourselves from all the other heathen nations. Okay, and they were never done away with. This is a way, this is like the Most High putting this signature on his people to let the whole world know that, hey, these are my people. All right? So it's a very clever way for the Most High to put his mark on us. Okay? At which time you make yourselves acceptable unto Yahweh. And this is your reasonable service. You're obligated to do this if you want to make it into the kingdom of heaven on this side. Okay? This is what you need to do in order to make it up onto those chariots. Okay, now granted, there's going to be some martyrs. Those of us of the elect may have to be imprisoned, and some of us may even have to be put to death. All right? But we want to stay true to who we are and holy, essentially, and keep ourselves as a worthy sacrifice to the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? And again, we don't want to defile the temple. Okay? And that RFID microchip is a death sentence for you. So you take it if you want to, and you're going to be destroyed. All right? So what you should be doing right now is praying and fasting and praying to the Most High to put the Spirit on you to resist that hour of temptation. Because if you're of the elect, Most High's got you. He's got us. Okay? He's going to protect us. All right? He's going to put the Spirit on us. If he's going to want us or expect us to prove ourselves during the hour of temptation, then guess what? He's going to put the Spirit on us to resist. He's going to put the Spirit on us to remain faithful until death. Pursuant to the book of Revelations chapter 2 verse 10, where it says, be faithful until death. It says the devil, and I'm paraphrasing, roughly paraphrasing, the devil may cast some of you into prison. Be faithful until death, and I will give thee a crown of life. And that's that crown of everlasting life. Okay? So, you got to be faithful. You have to be spiritually strong and fortified and be able to endure to the end. But again, the Most High is going to put the Spirit on us to be able to do that. And most of us are going to be delivered, so we won't have to go through that. But some of us are going to be martyrs, okay? But it's still a win-win situation for you, because those who are martyred, put to death on this side, will be raised up first, right? So it's a win-win situation for you, either way, all right? Let's go to the book of Peter, 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 5. Ye also, as lively stones, are built up a spiritual house and holy priesthood, to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to Yahweh by Yahweh Shai. Okay? That's pretty heavy. So we are a priesthood. The 144,000 now. I don't know if I'm of the 144,000. I like to consider myself of the hopeful elect. Okay, I don't want to just say I'm not. I want to be positive and optimistic about it, and confident that by doing the work, following the law, statutes, commandments to the best of my ability, that I can be a part of the hopeful elect. And that's what we all consider ourselves, because we don't know. We don't know if we are or not. So anyway, I like to think that I am. But anyway, I think I've made my point. We are the third temple. We're a spiritual temple. We're a spiritual house. And of course, the cornerstone of this spiritual temple is none other than Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. He is the foundation. Yahweh Shai is. Okay? Without him, without his foundation, without him being the cornerstone, there is no third temple. There is no spiritual temple. Okay? So with that, I'd like to say all praise to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone, pushing this doctrine of truth to the nation of Israel, who are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom.